All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMain, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, everyone's welcome and is our special guest, located in Southwest Minot.
Fiance Bridal, located in downtown Minot or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ-FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good times to be together.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX, 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Ford Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Good evening and welcome to MSU Inside Out. My name is Matt Huffman.
And I'm Dalen Eddington.
And we are kicking off a brand new season here on campus. Same bat cave, a lot of new equipment though. We had a generous donation and we got a ton of new equipment, new staff, new cast. We're kicking it off to be a big season.
I think there's a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. So have a big show lined up for us already tonight. We're gonna kind of start off with Nolan, who will be interviewing a member of the Host Fest committee. Then I will be interviewing the faculty advisor for the campus newspaper, the Red and Green. Then you have...
I will be doing an interview with an intern of marketing, Jody Spangler.
Okay. And then we're gonna have Blake make his debut on sports, talk about what's going on campus and maybe something else. You don't know what Blake's gonna do, but then we're gonna have another interview with Nolan, who's gonna talk to us a little bit about homecoming, and we're gonna have our very own Anthony Battle kind of be interviewed by Nolan. Then we have the weather, and so let's just jump right into it. The largest Scandinavian festival in North America is fast approaching, and preparations are already underway. Nolan Axton is standing by with more.
Thank you, guys. Big year. Standing here, I guess I should say first, with Cole Anderson, administrative assistant. Is that what we agreed upon here?
Yeah, you can go with
that. For HUSFest, and it's a big year for you guys out at HUSFest, 40-year anniversary. You got a lot of things coming for the largest Scandinavian festival in North America. I'm just going to start off with asking you kind of some of the big things that are happening for you guys out at HUSFest this year.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that you knew it was the biggest Scandinavian festival.
Oh, I do my homework. But yeah, big year, like I said, for you guys, and it's a big year for the students. You got some special offers for the students here at MSU.
Yeah, the students at MSU can actually get in for $25 at general admission, or they get $20 off the concert tickets on Saturday. So once you get those concert tickets, you'll actually get in free for general admission.
Okay, and talking about the Saturday concert, that's one of your headliners, you could say, for the weekend or for the week. Who is playing on Saturday night?
That'd be Gary Allen and Josh Turner.
So that's a really good one to go to. And if you're not, or to get those tickets, what's the number you call, or is there a website you can visit? Can you tell me a little about how to do that?
Well, you can either call 701-852, was it now? Thank you. 2368, there you go. Or you can go to husfest.com.
All right, and you said call before 5 or else you get a call center and you might be put on hold for a little bit?
Yeah, so you definitely want to call before 5 just to make sure that you actually get somebody on that line.
And if you're not a student, that's the same way to do it, to get your tickets and stuff. What's the prices for tickets for just regular people this year?
Oh, that's actually a tough question that I do not have on the top of my head.
I'm sure you could probably find that on the website, though.
Oh, definitely could find that on the website.
All right. Now, quickly here, before we start wrapping things up, just tell me a little bit about some of the other special offers that you have for people that aren't students at HUSFest this year.
Now, the great thing about the HUSFest is it actually is like the state fair, but without the carnival rides or the carnies. So you're actually going to get some fantastic food, and you'll have the Scandinavian twist where you'll have a bunch of Vikings out there. You're going to have a bunch of free acts. All the artisans out there are fantastic to actually visit. So, in all honesty, I would join in on the fun and learn about your Scandinavian heritage if you got that.
And besides the concert, me and you were talking a little bit before, what's some of the other things that people don't usually see when they go there?
Ooh, well, we're actually going to have a eating contest, so those with an iron stomach, I want you to actually hit us up on that Facebook page. We actually have a Facebook page, North Coast Fest, and ask to be signed up for the UFTA I Ate It All eating contest.
Are you going to partake?
I might.
Is there anything that you can tell us about what kind of food's going to be on the dish for this year?
Well, we got our regular stuff of the lefse, we got Swedish meatballs, and if you can handle it, lutefisk is there too, but we'll have some true ringers in there too.
All right, Cole, thank you for joining me. It'll be fun out at HUSFest, I'm sure, this year. We're going to go ahead and throw it right back to you guys at the studio, though.
Thank you so much, Nolan, and thanks, Cole, for stopping by and having an interview. And joining me now is the faculty advisor for the MSU Red and Green Campus newspaper, Nicole Tom Ahrens. How are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, you know, it's kind of hot in the suit with the lights, but other than that, I can't complain. So let's just jump right into it right away. You've kind of recently moved into this position this semester. How are you liking it so far?
It's really great.
Mm-hmm.
I was a journalist before I went back to school and got my first master's. And so taking on the Red and Green is a nice opportunity to be a journalist again.
Hey.
And it's exciting and fast-paced and very cool.
I hear that's kind of preferred when you go to school and you get to do something with your degree. I mean, I can't speak from experience yet, but I'm hoping to do the same thing. So what would you say is your favorite part about this new position, like as far as like the inner workings and kind of like working on the paper itself?
So I have taught for 7, 8, 9 years.
Okay.
Since being in TV news was where I worked. And so the very cool thing about taking over this role was getting re-engaged with what is news and what are journalists and what are our roles in society. And so working with students and trying to relay those teachings has been the most fun so far.
And then little spoiler, I'm actually in one of your classes too. But, so I know a little bit of inside that you were in Missouri originally before, and that how was the market kind of different there versus in Minot?
Okay, so the market size where I was at the time, I believe, was a 74 market. So it's a lot bigger than where I interned in Fargo. And my very first experience of putting anything on the air in Missouri was What's That by my EP. And so trying to explain to him, well, that's what I thought I was supposed to do with a soundbite, was a new experience, and I learned from there. And so it was really great for a few years, and then I found it was time to move on.
So when you transitioned over into this job, what would you say is the most challenging part of your new position as the faculty advisor for the Red and Green?
I think anytime you work in news, it can be all-consuming. And so trying to balance advising the Red and Green with still teaching obligations that are part of my job is really hard. So how do I do classroom time and office hours and grading? That's my homework. How do I do all of those things when the most pressing thing and the most exciting thing is always available?
Kind of turns into a little work and play action there, you know?
Right, yes.
But so the first issue came out. I see you brought it with
Yeah, this is actually the second issue that came out.
issue.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is what we put out today. So we're 2 issues in.
There you go.
Yeah.
The nice new masthead rebrand.
Right,
kind
a
of. Yeah,
graphic design student here on campus did that for us. So we're really excited about
We're
it.
keeping it in-house in this humanities
Yeah.
building, trying to at least.
Absolutely.
But, so you have a favorite story from the second issue then? I haven't got a chance to read the
Yeah,
second issue.
so our front page of the second issue is all about security, and that was a really nice opportunity to teach some hard news gathering skills, and how do we approach a piece that's maybe a little bit harder to tell, and balancing really what the students need to know with what's happening and maybe what administration knows, and how do we get that voice out there.
Okay. And then kind of staying in the topic of the news, you know, we're seeing a big shift in the industry as a whole as we move from print to digital. Is there anything that the Red and Green is essentially doing to try and make that transition, that jump?
Yeah, so one of my first motivations in taking over the Red and Green was really trying to get a website that would be active. I look at, we have a great opportunity to keep our print and to also build something that is immediate. And so when we do have our launch of our website, you won't see the same things. It won't just be a print of our online 2 weeks later. So really kind of using both platforms as an opportunity to teach the differences of news. So like a tight deadline versus a long deadline. Longer feature pieces, investigative reporting in our print version, where the online version allows us to talk about homecoming and the basketball game and what have you that's more immediate.
Yeah. So would you say there's a little more wiggle room with what you can do with the online portion then? And
I think that we had to come to kind of grips with, because we don't publish daily, there are certain things that don't fit our platform. So with online, we'll be able to cover more news. And so we'll be able to have the highlights of the game. We'll be able to have that, the night of the game or the very next morning, instead of waiting. Sometimes there's a gap of 2 weeks between game and publication. So that's something that we're really hoping to have, that dual platform and do a wider compass of what range is, or what news is.
And I guess that kind of creates more opportunities, for the students as well. You know, do you have like set people that work on the print and online, or is it kind of a community collaboration? Like everybody's just go for it. Yeah.
That's the biggest challenge right now, is that we don't have the website launched yet. And so I'm trying to think, okay, how are we going to provide the content for web? Because right now we do have a limited budget. We are funded by student fees. And so those are variable from year to year, depending on how many students we have. And so how much can we afford to produce for online and still have enough to produce the print?
Okay. So I guess my last question is there anything else you'd like to add to this interview?
Yeah, pick up the Red and Green.
There you go.
And
a little call to action.
And if you are a writer, contact us. We're looking for fresh, edgy student voices, and really kind of building that and being part of shaping that conversation on campus. So if you've got things to say, we have a platform potentially for you.
Wonderful, thank you. And that, again, was Nicole Tom Ahrens. She is the faculty advisor for the MSU Red and Green. Now, a quick word from our underwriters.
All-American trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMain, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill. Everyone's welcome and is our special guest. Located in Southwest Minot.
Fiance Bridal, located in downtown Minot, or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX, 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey, Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. I'm still Matt Huffman.
And I'm still Dalen Eddington.
All right, so we're gonna kind of just roll right into sports with Blake. And I understand that you're gonna lead off with a little hockey news for us.
Yeah, the Beavers are opening up their season this weekend against Oklahoma.
Okay.
And yeah, the Wader Gear did a good job recruiting this year and brought in some new guys, and I think it's gonna be a good season for the Beavers.
First prediction for the first game.
I think the Beavers are gonna win big this weekend.
Good answer. All right, I'll let you do your news.
The Minot State men's hockey team's quest for a national title begins this weekend when the Oklahoma Sooners come to town for a 7:30 puck drop. Last season ended in disappointment for the Beavers faithful, losing to Central Oklahoma in the semifinals. A big home winning streak is on the line for the Beavers, winners of 52 wins on home ice in a row. The last time the Beavers lost at home was October 3rd, 2014. In football, the team let a halftime lead slip away last weekend against Augustana. The game was close and came down to the final play of the game, but the Beavers fell 28-20. MSU Athlete of the Week Levante Bushell caught 2 touchdown passes and finished the game with 5 receptions for 86 yards. Beaver quarterback Zach Cunha completed 17 of 35 passes and had 275 yards through the air. Hayden White had 53 yards on the ground, while Ryan Filia finished with 4 receptions for 85 yards. The Beavers will take their 0-2 record to Southwest Minnesota State for a Saturday night 6 p.m. start. In volleyball, the team opens conference play tonight against Minnesota State Moorhead at the Dome. First serve is set to begin at 6 p.m. The Beavers will also travel to Aberdeen on Saturday. The Beavers carry a 3-5 record into this weekend's play. The team is led by sophomore Shelby Spoler, is 4th in NSIC with 4.30 kills per set. Senior Bradley Boyce and sophomore Jeannie Brenner are tied for 3rd on the team with 55 kills each. The Beavers are next at home on Tuesday when they host rival U Mary. First serve is at 7 p.m. In soccer, the team played to a 0-0 draw against number 17 Fort Hays State on Saturday. The draw pushes the Beavers' record to 1-2-1 on the season. Minot State returns to action on Saturday when they travel to Wayne State College. You know, the team has lost 2 already this year. They only lost 3 all year last year, and they won their conference last year. They got to be kind of panicking if you're the soccer team.
I think even though that the team lost their first 2 games this year so far, maybe they can regain their form and find their magic that they had last year.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be looking to get back on track.
That's what I'm thinking as well. All right, thank you, Blake. With that, all right. All right. And we are here with Jody Spangler, student assistant in marketing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Dalen.
Yeah, no problem. So the first question I have for you today is, are you new to the department at all?
I am new to the marketing office. I have been in the business department for about a year. I'm actually an accounting and finance major. But I started a project launching the Instagram account for Minot State last spring, and that's how I ended up in the marketing office as an intern.
How long total have you been involved at MSU?
Total, going back all the way 15 years ago?
Yeah, let's go all the way back then.
My first semester at Minot State was the fall of 2001. So I have been involved in Minot State a long time.
What kind of experience do you have?
None. I have absolutely no experience. I fell into what I'm doing. I was a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, and this is kind of my chance to get back into the workforce and get to do something that I'm excited to do.
Sounds very exciting. What other jobs did you have prior?
Oh gosh, I've worked in a cemetery. I have worked at a radio station.
In a cemetery, really?
In a cemetery, Rose Hill, yes, the Memorial Park. That was interesting. Probably one of the harder labor jobs that I've ever done, but it was exciting and it was fun and there was always something new going on.
How did that come about?
I wanted to work during the summer and I had an accounting internship and it wasn't working out for summer hours. I wanted to make more money. And so I went to the city of Minot and I said, put me somewhere, place me somewhere. And they said, how about the cemetery? So that's how I ended up there.
That just seems a little bit odd to me. The job that you have right now, what kind of tasks does your job entail currently?
I take pictures a lot. I listen to what's going on around me. I find out what people are doing, different departments, activities, things that are really going on around campus that would be of interest either to students or to alumni or to the Minot community at large.
Just out of curiosity, what is the key to a good photograph?
Oh gosh, it's got to have a story. There's got to be something there that draws you in. It doesn't have to be great, it doesn't have to be in focus. It just has to have something that is speaking to you and saying, this is what's going on, this is the narrative behind it. It gets you interested.
When you're looking at a photo like that, how can you tell if there's a story going on?
I think you just have to practice. I'll take 100 photos and maybe 2 of them will be really good pictures. It's just a lot of practice.
I have the same problem. I'm not much of a picture taker, so I'm just like, well, whatever will come out of this will be fine.
Just keep practicing, you get better, I promise.
I just don't look for a story, I just look to take pictures.
You'll get there, you'll get there.
Maybe someday. In terms of likes at your current job, what are the things that you like?
I love how flexible it is. I love that the hours aren't set from 9 to 5. I have a chance to be at my kids' cross-country meets. I can volunteer at my church. I have a chance to be involved in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, and I can do all of that, plus still get done what I need to get done for the marketing office.
So I asked you about your likes at your current job. What are some of your dislikes that you might have?
The things I dislike, it's hard to have a camera lens pointed at your face, and I think getting people to relax and feel comfortable in front of a camera, that's really difficult. I hate feeling intrusive. For example, it would have been great to have a really nice picture of the moment of silence they did during the 9/11 Remembrance Memorial, but how do you take a picture during a moment of silence? So sometimes there's got to be a balance there that kind of pulls you back.
All right, well, thank you for being here, Jody. I definitely appreciate it, and everyone else does too.
Thank you, Dalen.
Yeah, no problem. All right. The busiest and most exciting weekend of the fall semester is now just days away. Monday marks the start of homecoming week. Nolan Axton is back with royalty hopeful Anthony Battle. Guys.
Thank you, guys. Joining me now is Anthony Battle, Student Life Director here at MSU, also a student, so you do a little bit of everything on the wrestling team. Student life, though, it's a big week coming up for that. Homecoming right around the corner. Everything's kicking off kind of already. Homecoming court voting's already underway. You can tell me a little bit about that since you're partaking in the festivities of that, you could say.
Oh yeah, so for homecoming week we have a lot of activities going on starting next week. Right now we're doing people who are running for homecoming king or queen. They have to do their chalking or posters some way so they can get people to know that, vote for them. Next week though, we have activities planned all week plus free lunch for students all next week from 12 to 2. So if you guys like free food, there you go. Now for the activities on Monday, there is homecoming voting, and then build a beaver. So you get to stuff it's like build a bear but with a beaver, and you get a cool little homecoming shirt. And then on Tuesday, more elections, and that'll be the final day of elections, and then we'll have the block party from 5 to 7, which will crown the homecoming king and queen, and there'll be a volleyball game on Tuesday. So then on Wednesday night, we have a hypnotist, so that'll be pretty cool. Thursday night's a pool party, so it'll be in the student center pool party. And then on Friday night, we have a soccer game and a reunion ceremony for wrestlers, soccer players, and the deaf education program that we used to have here.
Okay, so all sorts of things going on campus here in the next coming week. Back to the voting though, for students to vote for Homecoming King and Queen, whereabouts do they go to do that?
So they go to the Beaver Dam from 12 to 2 during lunchtime. All they do is got to show their student ID, and then they'll be given a little pamphlet, and it'll show the name. We'll have a board, and a board will show everyone's faces and names of who they can vote for, and then yeah, you just get to choose from there. Hopefully you pick me because I'm the best Homecoming King, obviously.
All right, and you said in the dam, that's also where the food is going to be. Whereabouts located is that, right in the Beaver Dam, or is it just outside?
It's just outside the Beaver Dam, right across from the ID office, so where you get your student ID, it'll be right there. I don't know the food yet, but I know it's going to be pretty good.
Is there anything special that students will need to bring in order to partake in the free food and the voting?
Just their student ID, that's it.
Okay, and now back to being student life director. What's kind of some of the things, the behind the scenes work that we don't see that goes into Homecoming Week?
Well, it's a lot of planning. We've planned this out in this last spring semester, so we've done a lot of planning for Homecoming. We figured out the theme during the summer. Just a lot of different events. We go to NACA, which is in Minneapolis, and we go see all these people. So we see where the hypnotist does. We get to see what comedians do and kind of pick and choose what we want and think will be good for the student life.
All right, real quick, you got something you want to show to the camera? Let's take a look at this here. Everyone, vote for Anthony Battle, running for Homecoming King. Member of the broadcasting department, member of the wrestling team, and student life director here at MSU. Anthony, thanks for joining me.
Thank you,
Back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Nolan and Anthony. Big homecoming, you gotta vote for in-house. You know, I know my vote's going to Anthony, but regardless of who you're voting for, be sure to head down and actually vote and enjoy some of that free food. Coming up, we have some underwriters, followed by the weather and some campus events, if I understand correctly.
That is correct.
Perfect. We'll go ahead and throw it to our underwriters.
All-American trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
Artmain, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, everyone's welcome and is our special guest, located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good times to be together.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. And as of last night at about 7:30, I learned that I was going to be doing a little weather action today. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little weekend forecast coming up. So Friday, we're looking at some scattered showers with a high of 52 and a low of 48. Saturday, we're going to similar conditions, scattered showers with a high of 51 and a low of 41. And Sunday, we're going to see a little bit of sunshine, less rain, the temperature is kicking it up there to 62 for the high, and the low will be 45. So now I understand that you have some campus events for us.
Yes, Matt, I do. a lot of exciting things going on campus starting next week, September 18th. So starting the 18th through the 23rd next week, we have the Homecoming Week Unity Project with the Minot Area Community Foundation. Going on that Tuesday, September 19th, we have the community block party from 5 to 7 p.m., which is the thing I'm the most excited for. So try to bring your friends and bring everybody else that you can to that block party because it should be a lot of fun. Also, we have volleyball versus the University of Mary at 7 p.m. Thursday, September 21st, we have the Golden Awards dinner at 6 p.m. Friday, September 22nd, we have soccer versus Minnesota Crookston at 7 p.m. As well as that Friday, we have the Alumni and Friends reunions from 7 to 11 p.m. And then going on that Saturday, September 23rd, we have the 5K run walk at 8 a.m. with the parade at 11 a.m. with the tailgating following after the parade. And also we have football versus Winona State at 2 p.m. So.
Awesome. So we got a lot going on. It's going to be one of the busier weeks on campus. Definitely is homecoming. But you said you're really looking forward to the block party, which everybody should look forward to. Of course, it's a block party. Come on. But we are also. I'm looking forward to the 5K. I think I should take the director with me. Maybe.
I think that you need it.
The suit's getting a little tight this season. New season, same suit, but it's, I don't know. So before I embarrass myself anymore, let's go ahead and throw it out. Thank you for joining us at MSU Inside Out. I'm Matt Huffman.
And I'm Dalen Eddington.
Thank you.
Thank you.